Hello and welcome. George here along with my digital counterpart, Neko Vermilion. And this is going to be a video where I basically talk about what's going on with my channel and myself going forward. Now, I have done this several times. I've done other videos as well, which you can see up there, which is why I have that up there, which was from another recording. And basically, I'm going to start off from most important to least important. Most important, my digital avatar. It is not made with artificial intelligence. It does not run with artificial intelligence, nor is it a bot. It's basically, it's kind of like a digital puppet, I think is the best way to call it. I'm only saying that because of Henson's CGI character Waldo. But yes, basically I have a second webcam set up using motion tracking software in order to operate the virtual model. Very hands off, so I could use my hands to operate stuff on the keyboard, click on things that need to be clicked, and stuff like that. And something that I use to do the drawing, and my model's going to flip out because it's not going to detect my face when I do this. I use one of these. Basically, it's a drawing tablet, so I could do digital drawing and designs. Now, that was from way back many years ago. It obviously still works since that's what I use to basically draw the clothes. The model itself, I didn't create it. Basically, the program that I use, which is Vroid Studio, basically uses which gives you a model to basically adjust the perimeters on stuff like height and hair color and stuff like that. All I did was work on the clothes because I was just going to use a basic humanoid model, so there's that. Design is influenced by Mega Man, Phantasy Star, Outlaw Star, and a little bit of Thundercats. So now that that's explained, as to why I have a drawing tablet, I tried to be an animator in the past, but that went nowhere. I was not successful with it. I did have some animations on YouTube, but because of things like what people refer to as adpocalypse, I basically freaked out and took my videos down, especially with one person talking about like lawsuits and stuff like that, and I didn't want to be in trouble for anything just because my videos may have been seen as a bit too risque for some people. So there is that unfortunate fact. There's also the fact that I did upload a whole lot of videos, not just what you see above, but also a lot of videos in the past that at some point I thought they weren't really good enough, so I took them down. Which is something I've obviously done over the course of this year. Made a lot of videos, some of which I uploaded, some of which I didn't. And the stuff I did upload that I thought was of too low quality, I basically removed them from my channel and from the site because I thought they were too low quality. And so I am starting over with the same thing where I'm talking about my perspective when it comes to modern music, the audience, and stuff like that. And I already have a video done. It's just that, and I should have uploaded it a couple months, not a couple, a couple weeks ago, but I was unsure. But after watching it over and over and thinking about it, I do think that the video is good and worth uploading. Although some might find my approach a bit too dry, but it is what it is. So, there is that. Let's see. I've also done digital designs with the tablet as well, which I would show, but it's all on my. Well, let's just say I'm having difficulties getting to those designs. This is as for the whole thing of using a digital character. Like this isn't the first time. Like in the past when I did videos, it was some of those videos are still up. It's basically faceless videos where I just show a random image or create a design, and then I just talk about whatever was on my mind. That was alongside the animations that, like I said, I deleted. I've also had a bit of doing what's called YouTube poop, which were parody videos, but at some point I was like, I don't want this to be what I do the whole time, because I can't just think of something new all the time to do, other than the same old CGI joke done over and over again. So rather than repeat other people's jokes, I decided, well, just get out of the YouTube poop space, stop doing that. What else? What else? I also had done a lot of collabs over the years. I'm just checking on the time there. Okay, time's looking good. I also been in a lot of collaborative projects, but many of which just no longer up anymore. Except maybe Little Devil Bunnies. Seeing how I went by various names over the years, like if you look at the URL and metacode for my channel, it'll be put as Laughing Furry rather than Neko Vermilion. Yeah, Neko Vermilion was like a new thing I came with. I want to say 2018, but it may have been when I came back in 2019 that I started using the Neko Vermilion name. I forgot. But yeah, when it comes to the whole thing of that, because I used to do content creation on other websites, as well as being a lurker as well. Went by many names: Crimson Panther, Web Cheshire, which is now gone because of a mishap I've had with certain fans of. Well, I shouldn't say really, because certain communities have cleaned themselves up, and I don't want to reignite any old things, any old disagreements. And if you're wondering why my mouth occasionally fades in and out, yeah, I got this mic that I bought, so I would get back into doing this. But yeah, Web Cheshire was another one. Red Machina, which was on another site that did some designs, but they weren't. Wanted to get into some collabs, but I didn't have the right software to do a collab, so there is that. Yeah, every so often I'm gonna check the time because I do have a time limit on my channel. Now, an interesting thing is that I did get a lot of attention and the like for a time, but then I kept doing update videos like this without providing any other actual content. Although that is going to change, because I'm going to be uploading this video along with a completed project, which is, like I've said before, my perspective on modern music and people's obsessions with the visual. I've done a few videos talking about that already. And yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about once I get that video uploaded. No need to repeat what's said in there here. Anyways, let's see. Obviously, going forward, I'm going to be using just the virtual model, because the whole setup to make this function with the webcam of seeing my actual face doesn't really work well. It's not always, I can't always get consistent lighting and stuff like that. It's something that bothers me, and it really shouldn't. Just checking on time there. But yeah, there is that. One thing I would say, like back when I went by just Crimson Panther, back when I was using Putfile because there was no YouTube, or at the very least YouTube was just starting to come out right when Putfile was about to be gone. I actually did upload some videos on there, some images I've done, digital images, and I've also uploaded music. Yeah, that's something that a lot of people probably won't know looking at this channel, that I used to do music. But because of certain issues, such as me being kicked off of a project I was going to supply a soundtrack for, but I couldn't because I wasn't going to use software like Auto-Tune and stuff like that, the Pro Tools as it's called. And because I wasn't using that, I was off the project, and I figured, because everything's got to be auto-tuned, obviously I'm not fit for music, so I gave up. But I am coming back into it. So there is that. I've also come up with my own card game that I want to release. So I'm cutting this part short because there's been noise issues. So there is that. I basically a segment where I talk about a card game I came up with. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm putting that on hold. But I would like to create a softer version of it so it can be played with a regular deck of cards. So I might do that in a future video. So that's this segment. I Up until 2018, I was constantly doing videos. There were periods where I stopped briefly for like a few months, but then like around 2017, I really felt burned out. 2018, I was in a very unhealthy state of mind, and while there were some people who had communicated with me, some of which I've heard are doing well, I am happy about that. I felt like it was necessary for me to step away. And I thought I was going to quit YouTube because, in a sense, I kind of did. And it wouldn't be for, I don't know, 15, 16 months. Sometime in the middle of 2018, I stopped doing YouTube. I didn't even sign in or anything like that. And then 2019, I don't know what it was. I just found myself coming back to it. But at the same time, like I did have a project I want to finish. And not only did I have a project I wanted to finish, there was also the fact that there were also a few things that I miss about YouTube. Unfortunately, coming back in 2019, just being a lurker, I found so much has changed. So it really wasn't the same site as it was when I left. And there was even some people that I thought may have stopped doing stuff, but then I found out they were doing other projects, so that's pretty cool. 2020, I don't think we need to go over about that. 2021 was when I really started to really get back into it. Thanks to an old friend of mine, goes by the name of Nova Anastasia. I know there's a lot of people who use that name. Basically the one with Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay. Like I think one is Dark Magician versus Clear Wings. I forget. But yeah, my friend Nova, who like I said has a Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay up. We started talking about VTubers because Nova wants to get into doing that, which is the whole thing of using a virtual character to do performance and stuff like that. No different from what I'm doing with my digital counterpart there, Neko Vermilion. And yeah, obviously one thing led to another, and now I'm doing this. Although this isn't going to be a 100% VTuber channel, I am definitely going to be starting a new channel, which will be a VTuber channel. Totally different model, totally different character. And this whole thing of working with a virtual character is actually giving me a better idea of how to do things. And obviously there's going to be singing, there's going to be jokes, maybe some gaming as well. I definitely want to get some songs done, get some songs made, do some music videos and stuff like that. Obviously one of my big influences is the Gorillaz, so obviously that's the direction I want to go in. There's a lot more I could say, but I feel like that's everything I wanted to say with this video. So with all that said, I am George, aka Neko Vermilion, and of course another name, and I thank you for watching. So one last thing to say while I wrap this video up is that while I do have a set of videos planned where I talk about my perspective on modern music, that's going to take longer than expected. There are some people I'm still like formulating because it's more about like consumers, what's popular, what's normal, social norms and stuff like that. Gonna be referencing Leanna Kay, gonna be referencing Andy Edwards, and I'm gonna be referencing MatPat when it comes to that video. So it's gonna take a long time before I actually do that. Not even sure if there's gonna be certain things I'm gonna omit. So yeah, I just want to end the video with that.